So anyway, next on the list is banning the...
I just think, just that is a very bad faith interpretation of that, I think.
It's what we expect. That's why we're here to sort of like call them out for it and just.
It's true. That is true.
We're just here for the nuggets. Just here for the nuggets of truth.
Yeah, exactly.
The absurd ban on onshore wind farms.
This is why I've said.
Sorry, do you not want your entire country to look like Cybertron, covered in engineered pylons? And
I do have to say, I do not like the idea of having wind farms everywhere. That's just me. It's my biases as a nuclear engineer. I think we have better.
How many? How? We've, as I said at the beginning of this, right, we've currently developed on 1% of land. How many wind turbines do you think we have to make to provide for the UK? And do we think that's going to take up the other 99% of it?
Well, the issue, because they're so tall, they're so visible from so far, and it is true, they are an eyesore, they do not look nice. So, like, even if they took up like 0.1% of the land, well, you'd want them to be near urban areas, of course, because that's... Otherwise, it's because they need the energy there, not in the fucking middle of nowhere.
No, because you do build them in the middle. That's not true. I mean, look at the Rampion wind farm, the one just off the coast of Brighton.
Yeah, it's like a kilometre away from us.
Yeah, and we can barely see it. If anything, it's improved the view.
I guess
I can understand, and I can understand concerns about wind farm, but I think there's plenty of land in the UK that no one lives nearby, no one goes near it, and there's nothing wrong with building a couple of wind turbines.
My only thing is they're not able to be 24/7. I think we should invest more in nuclear engineering. People just be educated on it. It's not fucking scary.
I agree. It's not. It's actually the safest, the least deaths per year on average, even including disasters like Chernobyl and stuff like that.
Communist mismanagement.
Yeah. I was definitely for nuclear energy, 100%.
That's what I'm glad for. I've heard there's lots of things with the Green Party stuff, lots of issues in France at the moment with the French Green Party. They're not happy with it. They don't want to get rid of.
Yeah, you were telling me about this the other day, weren't you?
Well, yeah, there was this French politician. She does Green Party. I don't think she was actually a politician. I think she was trying to run for a seat. And she was there in Germany with another like their version of green. I assume it's also called green there, or whatever they have in Germany for green.
Right. Yeah.
Where they shut down a nuclear power plant, which is like that's good. That's good news for them. But yes, they win. They have one less nuclear power plant. They turned on, but basically they've replaced it with another coal power plant, which releases more radiation into the air.
Yeah.
And also, it's not.
I mean, just an all-round bad thing to do, isn't it?
It's just not good. But you know what? Hope and pray that England gets more investment in nuclear engineering. So I get
windmills? Well, too bad. That's going to happen, which, of course, quote, delights environmentalists and energy experts. Energy experts advocating for nuclear.
Yeah.
Anyone.
As I said,
half a dozen nuclear power stations, job done.
Yeah. It's about the voting public.
I've got to say it's more than half a dozen, very clearly. I'd probably say I'd recommend getting 200 nuclear power plants in the UK. That'll help a lot.
Right.
Not.
I mean, I don't know anything about this, but generally it's more nuclear energy.
Yeah, nuclear energy. You trust people like me to deal with the logistics up to that point.
But I do think it's fair to say, though, as well, that there will be some experts calling for onshore wind farms.
It definitely will be. Environmental ones, for sure, definitely will say that. Some energy experts would probably say that because it is cleaner than a nuclear power plant would be. But for the density and the risk is so small, and the pollution is so small. It's not zero.
Yeah.
But it's also not small. It's not zero. And then, a wind farm is quite a lot lower than that. But we're talking from complaining that this one is 10, this one's 100, and then what we have now is like 10 million. You know what I mean? It's like, let's get to 100. We could talk about it later. Let's get nuclear power plants first. Yeah. Then we can talk about
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Well, they've been told that they don't have a say. It's overridden already.
Oh, I thought that Lowell, we voted for this though, Lowell.
Yeah. Well, the Green Party, incidentally, are the ones coming out against this.
No.
Actually, because as one local MP pointed out, the pylons are ugly and people don't like it.
True.
They don't want this sort of thing.
A shockingly sensible statement.
It is, but then Miliband is in the Parliament being like, well, hang on a second. You want green energy, but you don't want the infrastructure to support green energy. Aren't you a hypocrite?
Yes, they are, clearly.
Yeah.
But I understand where they're coming from, because I understand the Green Party, because they would like, aesthetics are important. We do not want to have like this entire place become like a grey fucking slodge if it means we're
Of course, yeah, and it's the difficulty of we've got to balance all of it.
The Green Party aren't just green energy; they are on many multi-platform thing. But green energy is coming, but also green nature, making this place look lovely as well. It's also a key important factor as well.
Yeah.
So we've got to try and balance those issues.
It's like brilliant, brilliant, amazing. Lee Anderson has assessed that this will cost you something like £8.5 billion for this GB energy company.
To see Ed Miliband at the dispatch box on the government side of the house actually turns my stomach.
Yeah, it's gross.
Okay,
anyway, just to remember that Ed Miliband isn't even English.
Irrelevant.
Well, I mean, he's bacon sandwiches. So.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Kind of.
This is absolutely disgusting. I mean, he is English. He's a British national.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, no, I don't know if he is English. Actually, he's a British national. He was the leader of the Labour Party. I mean, to be honest, I'm trying to interpret this another way than just blatant racism, but I'm struggling a little bit.
The way I'm trying to deal with it is they're trying to say, like, oh yeah, because he's not from England, therefore he's got vested interest in making sure England isn't doing as perfect as it can. But then, like, why would he run for the Labour Party? And also, like, he's stayed here for how many years? So long.
Yeah.
If he really cared, he would have dealt with made the England a bit shitter years ago and fucked off until reveling like, yes, I win. You know what? Like.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's just he was sorry. I was searching up. He was born in London. He's British.
Yeah, British.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I say he's got sent to the government. He's probably culturally British too. If he's done that.
Yes. Lived in England his whole life.
Labour are going to devolve power to the devolution deserts in England. What good is that, though, if you're just going to override them from the central?
What does the devolution desert mean? I saw this. I had no fucking clue.
You know, I don't know what devolution deserts mean, but I know their concept of devolution is that basically they want to give more power to the Welsh government and to the Scottish government and the Northern Irish government, and they want to give more power to city mayors. To run their cities and their areas better.
I okay with that. Completely okay with that. As long as they, as he just said earlier, why does that matter if he's just going to overrule them? As long as they don't just overrule them, I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah. And again, I think it's just and I think this is one of these things where they're not arguing that devolution's bad. They're just saying, but what if you overrule it? Well, let's wait and see if they do. Yeah, they haven't, as of now, they haven't overruled anything.
Yes.
So. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Central government. Devolved power. Okay, we don't want the energy pylons or new houses built here. Too bad. Enjoy your devolved power, chumps. It doesn't matter in any way, shape, or form. It's going to give new powers to mayors and combined authorities to do really petty things, where the central government is just going to override them completely.
Just anything to weaken Westminster. Starkey talks about how one of Blair's main, in a meta sense, things he did was to destroy the power of Parliament.
Yeah,
with all sorts of devolution and quangos and all sorts of things. Just keep doing it.
Yeah,
just keep doing it. It's terrible. It's been a disaster for our country, but just keep doing it. Go further with that.
So I enjoy what we have. I do think that even if it was to devolve power, it's good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, I'd say personally.
Yeah. Devolution is a good thing, and we live in one of the most centralized governments in like the Western modern world. You know, I mean, like look at places like America, even they have a more devolved government than what we have.
I think it's a good thing that they do have that. Yes,
exactly. France has a more devolved government. Spain has a more devolved government. Germany has a more devolved government. We are lagging behind in this. We are not radically ahead of this affecting us. Simply, we are radically behind in devolution.
I think it's a great idea because they moved the our MP, the one down in Brighton, I remember, the one down where I lived, he did fuck all. I looked through every single thing he ever did, and he always done his vote on very few things.
Is this the Brighton MP Caroline Lucas or the Hove MP Peter Cole?
Ada, Tim Lawton.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah.
He just voted with the party line. Obviously, he was a Conservative, and he just voted with the Conservative party line and nothing else. Like he never. Devolved once. He never said anything like, actually, I disagree with the party. Maybe he agreed with all of it, but I very much doubt he agreed with every single thing that they said. He just posed the line.
Yeah.
So, but basically, I was voting for the Tory government, not for Tim. And that's
yes,
two different things. I would much rather vote for a person.
It's important to remember, though, he is the ex-MP.
Yes, wasn't he like plus like some like 20-year-old?
I don't know if he's 20, but I know his name is Tom Rutherford of the Labour Party is now the MP of that area.
Yes, I saw some Instagram posts on it, and like I looked, he's young.
Yeah, he is. I know he's young. I don't know how young, but I know he's young.
I think fresh blood is always a good idea, though. Fresh blood is always we need to
can always help, and we need a good representation of youth. But there definitely, wisdom comes from age, and I think there's a balance.
If it wasn't the fact that people lean more conservative as you age up, I would say like above 50, gone. You're not even in it. But the issue with that, it would then just go Labour for the rest of their life, forever, basically.
Yeah, no, and I think there is wisdom in people that are like 70 years old. They've seen this country, they've seen what worked, they've seen what didn't work. There is some wisdom in it, and some perspective to be gained from
they have that thing of like, I care, I want to leave something good for my children or my
exactly. And someone who's been working in the House of Commons for like 30 years should be respected.
Very much so, because they have to fucking deal with that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
they're mad.
Just the thing on the Ed Miliband thing. I don't know why that's surprising, because I was like, well, lots of people in our parliament aren't English, like loads of them.
Well,
conservative.
Exactly, and you wonder why that none of them have any care for our history, our culture, or destroying our...
Again, though, I am struggling to see how the guy in the bottom's comment was anything but racist. Like born in London, English his whole life. What is this sentiment that he isn't English? Where does that come from?
Therefore, he doesn't care about the history of our thing. Like, come on, he's like, I don't think
he's only in London or something. Like, what?
I know a lot of people who were born in England, raised in England, are definitely full-blooded English, and they do not give a shit about our history. I could just say that for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It means
I think he should have just said, he doesn't care about the history of this land.
Yeah. Attack his politics. Go. Well, look at what he's been saying about this. He clearly doesn't understand and appreciate our culture and our heritage. Don't go, well, look, he's not white, therefore he doesn't get us. Like,
best faith argument I can give for them is that he's saying that he's not English as a shorthand for he's not English, therefore he doesn't care about the culture, doesn't know this. He doesn't care about these things. But his shorthand is not. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Best faith. You're right. I'm being slightly bad faith here. Well, very bad faith here. But best faith argument, right? It is what he's saying is kind of meaningless. Worst faith argument, what he's saying is racist.
Yes. And the best faith is he's trying to shorthand what he's trying to actually say
for the countryside.
To be fair, Miliband's probably more integrated than most of the people in the parliament these days, so I think he's probably,
which is why he's eagerly destroying the country.
No, he's just an idiot. But I don't think Ed Miliband feeling foreign is the issue, really. I mean, there definitely are lots of people in the parliament who do feel foreign. I just don't think Miliband's one of them.
I'm glad he called out one of these people to like this fake.
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate here that they've got discourse. They're not just agreeing with each other. They are challenging each other at points.
Then they've got some rankings speaking over them as well.
So